I'm not laying blame on either side because I think both sides have a lot to answer for what happened today. Personally, I think these games are a waste of time. You've got players who've played in a premiership. They've worked their guts out for 10 months to get there. They deserve to be able to have some sort of a break. The game is never going to be played here. It'll never be played in Japan. It'll never be played in America. In my opinion, the games are a complete waste of time that the players should not have to endure.
We tried to win the match and we played to win, and I think Carlton played to win. And from the time football has been football, the spectacle results from two teams trying to win. And some days the spectacle's great, and some days it's crook, and some days you've got people who think it's good. And
half time, which is as good a time as any, apparently, to insult New Zealanders. Inspired by what they'd seen, the crowd staged their own running brawl on the hallowed oval turf. Carlton got up off the canvas in the third quarter to come within striking distance of North Melbourne.
Kicks a floater, Hannah takes the mark.
But the Blues would lose both the fight and the match, while the game itself lost a few old friends and all potential new ones.
An angry and outraged Carlton coach Robert Walls later slammed the match, labelling it a disaster, an absolute waste of time, and urged the VFL to scrap the idea of international football altogether. In contrast, North coach John Kennedy, in talking to Scott Palmer, described the game as a fair example of Australian rules and was delighted with the outcome.
Players from both sides, they've got nothing to be proud of today. I'm not proud. John Kennedy, I'm sure, isn't proud. To tell you the truth, I wish I was home. I think that both sides would be fairly ashamed of themselves today, but I don't blame the teams in particular. I blame the promotion of the game to a large extent. It's billed over here, it's billed in Tokyo, where I was last year, as being, you know, macho, He-Man, whack and biff stuff. That's not Aussie rules, and I thought today was a poor day for Australian football. You know, I'm also disappointed for the players' sake because I reckon these games are a waste of time. I don't like being over here. I'm sure that, you know, most of the players, they enjoy the first trip, but this is Carlton's third trip in less than 12 months. It certainly didn't advance the game today, and I reckon that's a huge disappointment to the Carlton players, the North players, and, you know, I just think the VFL's got to have a good look at it. Unfortunately, what will happen is all the fights and brawls and so on, that'll be displayed all over the world, and it'll be billed as a great macho game, and that's not right.
well, I guess that you've got two teams committed to winning the match and winning the ball, and I suppose you've got some inevitable collisions, and when that happens, well, I guess, you know, you can't always foretell the results, but at the end of it all, in the wash-up, we were pleased to get away with the win.
Yeah, well, I think they wanted to make up for losing so badly to Melbourne, and yeah, we went out and we wanted to play well, and yeah, no one wanted to give an inch, and yeah, I think that's what caused a few incidents.
On 16 charges. North Melbourne's Alistair Clarkson reported by 2 umpires for allegedly striking Aitken. Then Jim Buckley by 3 umpires, Brad Shine and Wayne Johnson by 1 umpire for striking Clarkson. First gamer Mark Edwards by 2 umpires for allegedly striking Law, Donald McDonald and David Rhys-Jones for striking each other, and McDonald again for striking Rhys-Jones in a separate incident. Eddie Maguire in London for Eyewitness News.